So Anthony Rizzo apparently fractured fingers on his hand. Obviously, that's where your fingers are. So I should say he just fractured fingers when he was hit by a pitch. He's hitting the right hand, has fractures on his fourth and fifth fingers, ring finger, and pinky finger. And the Yankees say his status for the playoffs is unclear. If he can't go, Ben Rice will likely take his spot on the roster. Aaron Boone, I thought, had an interesting thing. He just said at this point it's basically just pain tolerance. It's like, so what are you calling out on Anthony Rizzo if he can't go? Non-tough guy?
I mean, that's an odd statement, but Boone's kind of an odd man to begin with. I mean,
he is a little bit of an odd. I like it. I love like the quirkiness that comes with Aaron Boone, especially when he gets fired up and animated and he's yelling at an umpire. Those are some of the best videos around, right?
I love when he gets tossed for not yelling at the umpire.
Yes, even better. So good. But I want to know though, does the presence of the lack of Anthony Rizzo in the lineup, do you think that changes anything for the Yankees?
I mean, you're losing a guy with a wealth of experience in the game, former World Series champion. But at the same time, I mean, as long as your other big names are there and delivering, do you really even notice he's gone?
Right. That's kind
I
of
feel
my
like there's
too.
I feel like there's a former host of the Chicago North podcast who would kill me right now for saying that.
I think you're right. But at the same time, though, you got to consider this though. Rizzo played in 92 games this year was all.
Yeah. So you didn't have him for an entire season to begin with. This isn't like it's entirely new.
Yeah, you had him for 2/3 of the season, and was it? And granted, the part that they didn't have him didn't go well, but also you had a ton of guys slumping. There were a lot of defensive lapses during that time, and it just all around wasn't really going well. And I don't think it was because Rizzo wasn't there.
Right.
I think this team has its warts, and they're going to be what they're going to be, no matter whether Rizzo is in that lineup or not. And so, honestly, I don't think it matters a whole lot if you have Rizzo or Ben Rice in that slot.
No, I concur.
Like, maybe Rizzo would come in during an 8th inning at bat when you need him, that Ben Rice isn't going to. So maybe there's like literally a 1-win difference between the two, and that win could be the difference between going home and advancing. I don't know, but ultimately, Rizzo has not been Rizzo, and I don't think that his absence is going to be make too big of a difference, if that makes sense.
No, that's exactly what I think about the situation. And you don't know this. This is going to test Rice's mettle. I mean, he could come out and absolutely shine for all you know under the pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a first few days at the big league level, and then I think teams kind of got a book on him and knew how to pitch him. But if he can adjust, I think he'll be just fine. He's a good player. He's got a lot of potential. So yeah, it could go really well for him.